Okay, it's finished. So I just got to save all the channels in separate files. Got to save the desktop draft. Draft the open, capstock is on, and maybe just scan 01 from PNG. Usually PNG, it's okay. Maybe I keep the alpha channel. It's totally enough. This second one, 24-bit. It's also okay if you're working in 16-bit Photoshop, so that's fine.
You should check the screen, maybe.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me know. Let's share. Okay, yeah. So I just saved out the file. I was saved out in PNG and in 16, yeah, I mean 24-bit. So, but this is fine. So with alpha channel at the moment. So yeah, that's all. And I will show. Yeah, basically we need to find now reference images, and the best way to find reference images. But before to find it, I would also just show these quick. Maybe I just want to check that. Do we have? We have a draft presentation. Yeah, it's here. On here. You can also find this presentation. Just quickly run through of these ones. So, what kind of drafts was through the years? So the processes, checking the model. This is actually what I did. There are two options. One's that you're checking the model and set some camera. This is what I did. Or also sometimes you have an inspiration from somewhere. So you've seen an image in a website, or you've seen a movie, or maybe anything, and you just try to basically match your camera for that specific image. So inspiration and results. So inspiration reference images could be mostly from photography websites. For example, this 500 pixel, it's a really cool site. You can look around, there is many cool photographs. Also, National Geographic has some cool collection. Every day some new image. It's also good for inspiration. But one of the best one is this brick library in Pinterest. And this is actually, it's here. You can absolutely, you can find it. This is the how you can find. So just pinterest.com/thebrickvisual. I got to save and share in the chat folder. And here you can see the different scenarios like sunny, snowy, aerials, diffuse, magic hour, and this is collected by the guys in Brick. And also, just censored by, creative director in the Brick. So it's probably, if you choose a reference image from here, an inspiration, it will be fine. So I just jumping back to this draft. Yeah, so from here, let's see some quick drafts. This is back in the years, there was a draft. It almost was really quickly painted drafts. That was a more matte painted approach drafts. It also kind of old. These are also more painted version for drafts. Later on, of course, that was detailed. This is also an option when the client has no certain ready model, but they want to start the project, so it's happening. And that's also fine, because if we have the base model, you can, thinking on the mood, thinking on the environment, what's happening, and maybe in a second phase when they are ready, you can of course, change the model, but at least you have some base rough idea, which is maybe already approved. So this is also a draft image, even though if there's no model. This is also one of the drafts. So as you can see, it's pretty empty because it's just the first part of the working day and nothing any details, but you can see the light setup, you can see the composition. So we have few things already there, which is, show the goal. This is also a cool draft. So basically this was a Google photo, and we just applied here this box because it wasn't ready the model, and later on the architect just finalized and we matched for this one. I think later on it would be recreate the whole surrounding according to this photo. It was modeled all the roads and vegetation nicely, but as a draft it was working. This is also a quick draft when you have no ready model for the scene. This is also a cool option. You can see some reference image and try to use an inspiration for a draft. And here you can see what's happening after the different process. So here's a draft. That was the reference image, and here was the final result. So as you can see, in small scale, it's almost the same image, similar image. Of course, this is with details. This is also a cool option that was the draft image, that was the reference, and this was the final. So it's not the same totally, but many of the parts is similar as in the first draft. So this fog effect, the colors, okay, the airplane was rid of from the scene in the end, but more or less you can, just keep your idea, and you can know in the whole project that where are you going to with this image. This is also a cool option. That was a draft image. That was the reference. And basically everything was matched for this reference. And this is the final. And this is pretty much similar. So this is more detailed, of course, and it's working in bigger scale. But this is the key point of the draft image, that you can show to the clients something ready looking image. And they can imagine that, okay, I know what I will get, just of course with details. So this is important because previously, and also some studio also use these white render options that just show cameras with some base lights, but there is no any textures, no any mood. And this is really hard for a client to, imagine what they will get. So it's much better if the first image what they are see, it's almost looks like a ready image, just in small scale. So I have this image here, and basically I need to find a reference for it. The RGB, this one. So this is my low render, and it's okay-ish. So composition, there's some vegetation, but I don't know what. So it's just nothing special. I need some image to find, which will be probably magic hour, exterior magic hour, or this will be maybe even could be some foggy. I think this is the two options for this image, exterior foggy. Maybe first I check these foggy things because it's kind of the foggy scene what I have. On this one, maybe I do like this, and put this one to maybe open, and I put here, and I can just looking for reference for this image. Let's see what we have. It's also take your time to find references. Sometimes it's a longer process. Sometimes you can find immediately what you want. So I just collected here the different options. This one, and basically just need to decide which direction you will go. Here, maybe I don't want to log in. So actually, this is also could be an option for this one, but this is pretty much far from the screen. So maybe I look around also in the Magic Hour. What is this? Okay, Magic Hour. And maybe we can find something here. Also looks similar. Let me just go and find this image here. Okay, here as we have no any code, but we can just I think we can transform if we want. It's kind of similar, even these composition could be longer. I will not render out again, just we can crop this one as well here. Let's see. Well, it's also an option. Maybe, sometimes I try different options in order to find the best one first. We can see that how it's working, for example, with this smooth. So I just copy this image, highlight the colors. Actually, this is the good in the drafts that you don't need to go back to rendering again. Basically, we can transform this image in Photoshop, and this is much quicker, actually. So Photoshop, I hope that okay. Oh, cool. Let me grab this RGB. Oh, and I need to now share my other screen. So I go on new share and I share the Photoshop. Can you see now my Photoshop? Okay, cool. So I just grab this first one to here. Okay, and better to keep it a smart object, just in case. This will be the RGB. Each one tell you the layer structure, I guess, tomorrow or after tomorrow. So we will learn some fundamentals for Photoshop. So for now, I just, quickly want to show a creation process, but we will detail and talk about these things later on the following days. Also with matte painting and stuff like that. But for now, I just show the quick process for it. So what we need to here, we need also definitely wire color. So this is really important, even better if we have multi-matte elements for masking or C shading masks also in Corona. So where you can just pick the red, blue, green channel, it's even better. But for now, it's totally fine in wire color as well. What actually this is pretty much enough for me now. Maybe a reflection filter. This is good for masking out the glasses. And these will be my masks. Okay. And I will use this image as a reference. I also make it a smart object. And I will use in somewhere here. Okay, so I need a palette. So this will be the palette. And basically I just copy these colors and just put here, and this is my reference colors, what I want to use on my image. And if you want to transform this image to this reference in Max, probably slower than just you quickly do it in Photoshop. These greens will be used maybe over here. You change this whole stuff to methane. This part here will be used here. This color will be, let's say, to here. And maybe this wood color or something will be used here and here. And I'm not sure about this color. It's a little bit strong, but we can try out here. Maybe it's working, maybe not. This one or this interior is a little bit strong. I'm not sure. This one here, this road. Actually, here we have this pipe, and you can set this one to point sample or average. I usually like to use this 3x3, so it's not pick the exact pixel color. So this is better. So let's double check what is your settings. It should be 3x3. Okay, I set some colors to here. And for the background, something like this. And this is my palette, basically. So, and this is a reference. And now maybe I will start with the sky. So it will be not foggy image anymore, but that's fine. I just select the sky, maybe like this. I will hide this background part later on. Okay, maybe it's even better if we do like that one. It's not necessary, and I put the sky, maybe background. So I try to build some logic on the Photoshop file. This is the sky, and I need a sky which is similar to this one. So let's check the options. So we have, or you have also in the course material some maybe HDRI. Let me just first go to the course material. This is also what you can see, guys, at home as well on the drive. Or where those projects live? No. Matte painting, no. Okay, where is the assets? Oh, maybe if we can find, I will just let each one know that it should be here, because we have an assets folder, which is, I don't know where, maybe can we just also check here? So course material. So we have a folder like this. So I should see also, so you see assets, and here we have a lot of math elements, skies. So you can see these ones, and this one something, yeah, something from here, or even you can Google it, or if you have something in your own computer, you can also check. Maybe I just go here now and cut out, and I try to find some skies from here. Brick skies. These skies. Let me just check again. So this is a gradient kind of or you know, it's, I don't know, it's will be fine. Just there is an even easier option if, for example, if you lack of time to creating draft, and this is working, I'm not kidding, that you can use basically your original image, maybe if you have in bigger size. So yeah, this is kind of okay size. You can duplicate it, and you can use actually on the background this one if you want. So this is absolutely a fine option. No any problem with this, and in this case we can solve the issue. Yeah, probably this will be the key here as well. Let me also let me just thinking on it, what would be the best way. We also select these backgrounds here and try to create something like this. Just thinking on what if we put this image here and top of let me try out this one. So if you use over it, this background part, this could be an option. And it's also really important that if you're using reference, it should be a photo and not a render. This is one of the key rules. It's also good because you can basically you can use also the image itself, what I did, because this is basically like a math element. So maybe later on we can just change a little bit this part. But if this would be a render, you cannot use as a meta element. So maybe a little bit go to crop the image. Should be the same aspect ratio. I will take care of this one later on. So let me check in the reference. Image went a little bit high. So, okay, this. So basically now we solved the sky part. Nicer one. And just paint this part, and maybe we'll stand out or we will figure it out. But yeah, a lot of things okay when you are doing draft images. So because it's all about time and just sell the mood. So that's fine now. So we have the background and change the colors. So maybe I will go with the road, which is I like this stuff. So it would be nice to find some textures. If you cannot find some textures, it's also good at least that you match the tones and the colors. So I just try to select the roads. This is not necessary here. And I create other layer, other group with mask, and this will be the road. Okay, let's say this is the background. Okay, like this one. This is, well, we can keep it there. Background, and we need to set some levels. So most of the trick in the Photoshop file actually just levels, curves, and color correction. So it's sometimes looks more difficult, but it's really all about these levels. So yeah, there it is. I have a really cool tool, which is here, course material tools. These check layers. It's worth to check because it's really cool. It has a value, color, and a saturation folder. This is help to double check basically the colors and the tones, and it's easier to match for the colors. So for example, value, it contains a hue and saturation modifier. Just turn it on, makes everything's black and white. And in this case, I can just simply go and match the tone for here. So a little bit less dark, something like this. Okay, I set the color from the middle. So probably, let me just put those guys up here. The mask should be up there. So this reference color matching, but the foreground is need a different one because the foreground is much darker. So it's something like this. So again, back to here, and even I can paint back this one. So a little bit paint back. This. And I think we need to put in other levels. and make it even darker in the very foreground, something like this, but just here. Yeah, something like this. It's a little bit sketchy, this brush, but it's okay. Because it's a hard brush, okay. So foreground is much darker. And yeah, something like this. And you see the difference also a little bit helps to check the middle part of the image. So this is definitely helps. What else? We can also check with this checker the colors. These might be the color fill and the hue and saturation. Actually, I didn't set this one, I just use it. So as you can see here a little bit, you can set the colors more correctly. So I add the selective color in color mode, and simply I use the neutrals and a little bit. Oh, not that much. A little bit set a tiny bit closer. Maybe the noise too much. No. Well, the bottom one is better, the previous upper one is not that much, but you can just a little bit recolorize this part, and the saturation show which is the more saturated part of the image and the less. So for example, more or less it's okay in terms of saturation. Let's fix the building quickly, and after the greens. So for the building, I definitely need a mask. So for this roof, I also add here roof and just my references went too high. So it was something like this. Okay, and this is my roof. Maybe not this bottom part. Okay. And for this part here, I need levels. Turn on the values, and first I fix this part for this color. It's represent this front part. It's also, it has some gradient, so well, we can just paint a little bit back from this part, just slightly. It shouldn't be that strong. Okay, and I just select the bottom part like this, and other levels, and again turn back, and I match for these darker colors like this. Maybe here we can also a little bit paint on it. It shouldn't be that strong. Something like this. And check the colors. So the top one is much stronger. I use the same mask, so I just copy with. You can copy. You can go to Alt, Control A, Control C, Control V, but I just copy it out and hold up and copy there. I set to the color mode. Usually all the color related things I set the color. Everything else I leave it in normal. So it's more or not this one. Just a little bit. No need to be go crazy and 100% set. It's maybe it's also depends on the saturation. It's maybe a little bit oversaturated. Something like this. Something similar, but definitely it's closer than was before it. The other one, yeah, this is also, we can a little bit fix. Maybe find it closer. Saturation is all right, and maybe these ones. It's a kind of and especially with these projects, you absolutely feel free to modify the textures because it's all about to practice how you can work according to the reference photo, and feel free to modify. So, for example, I think maybe these mullions could be even dark. It's all about that you learn to use in reference images. Let me put here. These are some, or I don't know, something, and maybe those could be go dark. I want to do something like these frames. Maybe we will change later on it. This wood color here. Also, we need a mask. Okay. Yeah. Wall, for example, just name it. And again, value, levels, and just a little bit darker. Yeah, that's cool. Color. Okay, this is pretty much different. I can set a selective color mode, neutrals, that's great. And like this, more orangish. And like this. Saturation, it's kind of okay-ish. So I have more or less these themes, and these strong interior lights. Let's check. So these are the window mask. Could be a little bit stronger. Where is it? Like this. This is not necessary here. Oh, this is just the water part. I think that's why in the mask. Yeah, this one, like this. And yeah, let's try to match for this one. In value, it's pretty much bright. It's something like this. So maybe it will be crazy, but we need to try. And selective color again, in color mode, and we just bright up as hell like this. Something really orangish, strong. Yeah, that's especially here it's a little bit too. There's the value is not matching. So the color is matching, but the value is not that much. So what we can do with this, we can basically just maybe first select this one and heal all these details, interior details. And I add the simple solid fill and something like this. Got a little bit put back. So yeah, I try to match for this building basically these colors, and yes, select all the building part. Just wondering how easier select all these parts. Okay, this is normal. This one. And just want to make a rough mask for the building. And make some contrast, be more similar to the original one. It's not 100% the same, but try to do the best. And for the greenery, it's better to find a matte element. Something, it's a simple green lawn. So yeah, I try to find some matte element to here. This is should be matte environment. I don't have forest with vegetation. I think here will be sun. Also in here you can find a lot. So if you go to the matte elements, organic, here we have a lot of maybe overcast, green grass. So here you can also find full grasses. Maybe I also will use one of these. It's also could be an option. It's also could be used. Just I need a mask, of course, for the grass. These, maybe these as well. In the background, maybe not. And Yes. Oh, something. Just I'm missing these bushes from here, so maybe in this case not that much good. So we need something else. Yeah, here it's easy to spend time to find something more bushy, but let's try to take your time. Maybe this is also interesting. I also do something with these ones. Looks like it has some slope. Or maybe at least this foreground part. Maybe we can keep those bushes, or yeah, maybe we can keep those bushes. Just these parts should be maybe changed because it has some, let's say, some bushy parts. So use it several times. It's still draft, so it's okay if you don't take care that much the details, because if you like it, you can rebuild or recreate it later on. Now I just really key is the time. Yeah, so cool. On the other side, just a second, right? Because this is not there. Mask. Should be this one also here. This one. And yeah, something like this. And we need to fix the background. Where is this? This background in here, and you can just duplicate it and just make it down. Just fill up this part. This. Okay. Yeah, something like this. That one is need to be much darker, so I need to fix also the value for the grass. I need these value. So I just make levels and darken down. maybe also not everywhere, but here. And the colors, it's much more green. So we need to make more. A little bit looser and saturated. And these brushes, we need to quickly just grab the colors from here and also add it to here. This is the color what we have here. So I don't know, maybe I need a other mask. Oh, but this is the same color. So this is why it's cool if you have different nice sea shading masks, or also multi-matte materials, because it's easier to set. So here for the grass, I'm just darken down that part. Okay, just paint this part was darker value, and maybe here as well. I just deliver from here this green, and it's went closer these reference color for sure. Oh. And I think just need to crop even more on the bottom part. Something like this. It's also would be, I think, help if we have these trees here. And also, I think here we have some cutouts and vegetation, trees, evergreen. And here you can find some these kind of popular trees, pines. So maybe we can just check those ones. Those would be help here on the scene, or maybe here and there. You can just apply a few of these kind of trees. Maybe here. Yeah, here. And let me set this one normal. In this case, I can just make it darker, maybe less detailed, something like this. we can a little bit refine these edges, maybe with some cool brush, just something imitating that this is coming from the from the ground. Yeah, maybe something like this. Well, I would play even more with more trees. So, where was it? I was here. Maybe or a bunch of trees. Actually, were to try out more option, but is it missing the bottom part, or just I need to download and check it? Maybe I just need to download first. And so, I mean, this is also could be an option that you put even more trees, and let's see what is closer to the reference. Maybe we have more trees here. So, well, I mean, I'm okay also with this one. Same stuff, or we have even more cool brush for foliage. Where is it? Or leaves or shrubs. This is what I need. Even better. Yeah, something like this. So, and well, if I would have time, I would do a lot of things here, trust me. So I would change the road texture. So what I really want to show here, the possibilities that what you can to do if you have an idea. It's not 100% matching, because honestly, it was really different. Mine was foggy, but the key that you can put really close to an image, almost any kind of mood. This is cool, I think. So here, I guess as a draft, it could be working. Maybe we can put a character here just in case. And also you can find really cool characters in the cutouts. So why cutouts with the characters? Maybe we have a character day, so we will more deeply learn this, and maybe somebody who's walking, back view, maybe this, or but first I need some gradient. I mean something darker, not that much, because just a little bit still somehow too bright this part. So a vignette I'm missing from the whole image, and would be also nice to take care of this part. Maybe in a draft image, that's fine, or would be great to find a detail for that part. Something like this, but not from top view. If you're looking for references, you can also go here and try to find some grass edges or something. You can find cool matte element. I'm looking for something which would be a good matte element, something like, even like this. And I don't know if I can use it. You know, something would be great here. It's a small detail. I'm just quickly it's saturated. So it would be nice to find these kind of elements on the web internet. Because it's really shitty here, these edges. So if you take a few minutes, it's easy to find these kind of details, which is helps a lot. Even, you know, some even more dirty road. You know, at home, I know where is my metal element, but here not really. Maybe the ground, the asphalt, maybe something here. Ooh, this is actually, this is also better than nothing. Let me just make another one. Where is the road? Here. Yes, put here this guy. And no, just a little bit more textures for this road. You can try out with, you know, multiply, overlay. It's this is without it. This is with it. So it's a little bit closer for the reference. Maybe also in the variant, make it, you know, it's not the best map painting, so and oh yeah, character. So somebody is walking, which is also fit for the scene. Actually, some tourists would be fine, but yeah, it's find a good character. It's something different, and it's sometimes could be slow. If I can't find quickly somebody, I will skip the character, but it would be so fine. Well, it's stunning characters. Please, somebody just be here. Guys, do you have some subscription for characters? I use VSuper at home. I really like it. So because you can you know categorize colors. I mean day of time type of characters, because it's a little bit hard to find for me now because I would need to filter actually. Well, I will check this. Let's try out this old man. Not also not good. This character, unfortunately, it's also too bright. Maybe. I don't know who's will be fine. Someone just standing. Just quick small shadow here under his light or her light. In terms of colors, also quickly more in this tint. And not skin. This repeat this color. Yeah, so just quickly saved like this drop on. So the key basically is reference image. So that was the original. Let me just know. So that was the original, which was totally different. And once if I have something in my head that I want to reach impression by an image, you can do it a totally different mood. And we can never figure it out, this color palette. So what we can learn from this one, that if you have any cool reference, let's just try to reach as close as possible, because all these studios like Mirror or all these big studios use photographs as a reference and match it for it. And of course, usually for a draft, so I had, it's maybe a half an hour, but usually you have a full day for create draft images. And maybe you can create 2-3 different drafts like this. You can make it more detailed, of course, because you have more time. But in this 1.5 hours, I just want to show the process, that what the possibility is. So yeah, if I would have time, of course, I make it nicer edges, nicer matte paintings. But this is the key, that don't think in too much. Let's change the full background for an image. Let's change the full grass part for a other slope end, and really clearly touch the models, the colors, and you can change anything in Photoshop because this is the strength of the post-production, that you don't need to go back max, render again, especially you see how slow was my max. And if you want to reach maybe 2 different moods, and let's say you got this model as it is, you have no time to clean up, maybe you have time later on clean up, but for present for client 2 moods, this is the best way in Photoshop quickly set up. And the client see this image, they said, oh, I like the mood. Okay, I like the grass is a little bit shitty and there are some errors on the image. But the client could see that what is the goal, that this is some foresty image with some strong interior lights and some cool greens. Yeah, that's all, guys. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have. Well, once you finish this this moody images, and the clients say, yeah, I like this, and can you change this? You start again with the rendering, or if clients say some comments, they would change something, and you can finish it. You start again the rendering and changing some lightings and maybe some moods in 3D Max. And prepare the main images there and finish it in Photoshop, or what was the next process usually?
The next process, usually the clients maybe see maybe 4 cameras for this building, maybe with different moods. And let's say if he say that he prefer this view, maybe we show a whole building, let's say, in the right part as well. This is not changing dramatically the whole mood, so it's okay if we go a little bit far. So let's say maybe the comment, let's see the whole building, but he liked the mood. The next process is it's approved. Maybe, you know, I quickly set the camera from the new crop just to be approved, and after that, absolutely recreate according this draft. So in the background, maybe I create a forest back. So, you know, just it should be more, you know, accurate in the reflections and everything. So I use this draft as a concept, and I didn't keep anything from this one. If I like the slope, maybe even I set some base forest for it, and yeah, recreate almost everything. I try to reach these lights in Next as well, these strong lights. Maybe I change also the material if it's low or need to improve. I put these trees maybe also in Max. Maybe later on I will just hide for the camera, but maybe I will keep for the shadows and stuff like that. And I try to make a new base, but it's a nice base for the next phase. I prepared the nice masks separately, and basically on the next phase, what the client will see, it will be really similar, but everything will be accurate. So the background, the lights, the shaders, the edges, and we will see on the Thursday or the Wednesday matte painting tutorials that how we can put accurately the grass and stuff like that. And in small scale, maybe it will be looking like similar, but in bigger scale, it will be nice details on the image. So everything is almost will be recreated from scratch.
Yeah, this is the difficult part to discuss with the clients all the time. You know, yeah. I'm looking for the right time that you can be sure that's client happy and you can finish it, because once I spend 2 hours or 3 hours with the matte painting and whatever, and at the end he said, oh, I would like to something change. You know, all the time I worried about this when I finishing the images. So
yeah, well, it's good if you have a really good base forest, but if he approved the main concept, I think if you do the matte painting in the right way, client anytime could change the matte painting part he doesn't like, but I think if you make it really nicely, it will be okay. So most of the time, if it's if it looks okay, they don't complain about it if it's nice. So I think, yeah, this is the...
Because sometimes they focus on some stupid things, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But this is even the smaller. So if the composition and the whole mood is there, maybe if I need to change these, you know, this more, maybe he say or she says too green, maybe let's change the more bashy one. Maybe it's I can do it. So it's a kind of okay-ish change because I just grab something from the library. But if I don't need to twist or rotate camera or light, I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay, guys. I think let's finish for today. But we will continue tomorrow. And tomorrow we will tell the task. But basically, if it looks like that, you can set cameras from positions just as I did here. So, for example, like on this one I started, if I can put here. So it's too slow. Yeah, so like this one here, you can this one camera like this. Also for this one, you know, this is another one. You can open different projects, and this is another one, and you try to create as much camera as possible, compositions, but you don't need to go to Photoshop and painting anything. Just focus on the compositions, aspect ratios, and maybe only you can just set some base lighting. Maybe like my raw render like this. So just a quick HDRI or a sun position. So just should be some, you know, some idea what's the mood for the image. And if we will have maybe, let's say tomorrow, 3-4 compositions or even more, and maybe we will have two of these compositions will be some lights. We can talk through these images. So I think that will be fine. So this is the goal, just maybe 2 different lights and a few compositions. But even the most important one, the compositions, that should be we have as much as possible because we can select 1 or 2, and you can develop later on that one in this week. But tomorrow we will talk about this one. Now just maybe let's download the projects, save it to your computer, register the tools, and everything should be prepared tomorrow for the work. And that's all. Okay, guys, we hope you enjoyed this class. It was a little bit rushed in the end, so but still we will have time. So if you missed anything, we can discuss tomorrow or after it. Okay, thanks. I just stopped my sharing, and the guys who are not in the office, I just say hello. And see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.